family members of two of Joran Vandersloot's alleged victims talk to each other by phone. Good afternoon. I'm Chuck Roberts with the latest from HLN News and Views. Natalie Holloway's mother, Beth, and the brother of Stephanie Flores Ramirez spoke by phone. And joining us live now from Aruba is Nancy Grace producer Rupa Mikelaneni with new details on the search for Natalie Holloway. Rupa, hi. What's the latest?
Chuck, the latest is that prosecutors and police are now speaking out about the conversation that they had with Dave Holloway, Natalie Holloway's father, who left the island yesterday. He was here for a few days in hopes of putting a volunteer search effort together with an organization called EquiSearch to search the swamp area. You may recall in Joran Vandersloot's second confession regarding Holloway, he claimed Natalie fell off a balcony, was killed instantly, and he dumped her body in a swamp bird sanctuary called the Bumbali Bird Sanctuary. This is the area that Holloway's father wanted to search, and police have asked him to delay his search until they have more information from Vandersloot when they interview him in a couple of months down in Peru.
Had that been searched before? I take it had been, right?
It had been searched before early on when Holloway first went missing, but it's unclear to what extent, and I believe it was a relatively shallow surface search. And if you know anything about the Bumbali Bird Sanctuary, it's 700,000 square meters. This is approximately 180 acres, 50 of which are water. And it's complicated to search. You need to send divers in. You need to it has to be searched methodically with professionals.
It's not easy. I understand. What's the latest on Anita Holloway, the mother? Has she given up plans to go directly to Peru? Is she still trying to find him an attorney? Joran, an attorney?
We're understanding that she has found him an attorney, and in fact, Mr. Novato, the Peruvian attorney that's been on record, is remaining as counsel along with several other attorneys. We don't know their names. She's hired one or two other attorneys at least, we believe, although it's unclear the actual number. And she doesn't have plans as of now in the next few days to go to Peru.
All right, the very latest from Aruba. That's one angle of the story. Rupa, thank you very much. Rupa Mikelaneni in Aruba. No trial date's been yet set for Joran Vandersloot, which means Stephanie Flores Ramirez, accused killer, has taken up residence indefinitely in a maximum security prison on the outskirts of Lima, Peru. And Gene Casares, correspondent for In Session on our sister network True TV, just got an exclusive inside look at the Miguel Castro lockup. She's on the phone right now to tell us what she learned. Gene, hi.
Chuck, hi. We just got out of Castro. We've been there for about 3 hours today. I saw Joran Vandersloot. He was being moved from his cell into another area. We did get some video of it. He seemed to have some new clothes on. You know, they don't wear the prison outfits. He had an orange shirt on, but they ushered us into his cell. So, Chuck, we've got exclusive video that we're now bringing back so we can get to you on the air of Joran Vandersloot's cell. It's small, but he's got a bed, he's got a mattress, he's got a lot of books on his bed. There was the Bible on the bed, a lot of books in Dutch. He had about 2 containers of toothpaste on the bed. He's got a hole in the floor, that's his toilet. He's got running water, though, and he has the clothes that we've seen in the videos. You know, the clothes that we saw him in when he first was arrested. They're just right there in the room on hooks. So he still has those. And Chuck, we really had almost unlimited access in Castro. I walked amongst those that have been convicted, those that are awaiting trial. I spoke to one guy that is there on drug charges, but he's from Los Angeles, so spoke really good English, got a long interview with him about Castro. And, you know, the whole point there is rehabilitation. So they took us through their arts and crafts and their culinary workers. Everybody has a job. They're all working. And, of course, I think they wanted us to see that. But the only thing we didn't get to see was one of the cells that has just the general prisoners. So we saw people sort of hanging out of their cells outside. Their legs would be hanging out. Their hands would be hanging out. Their heads would be looking out. We didn't get in that. And they said for security reasons they didn't want to take us there. But they said that Joran's cell, although it's just for him, was pretty much like what the other ones were.
And is it in close proximity to that of a convicted or suspected Colombian murderer? And have they been communicating? We got one report they were playing cards and conversing.
Right, that's what we've heard, yes. It's in the same area. There's 10 individual cells, but the prison official did tell us that the convicted or waiting for trial Colombian hitman is his neighbor in that cell. And the cells are right next to each other, so nobody's facing each other. So Joran would have someone on the left or on the right. But they seem pretty, the cells right next to Joran van der Sloot didn't seem occupied to me. So I don't know how close they are, but you could sure yell and talk to somebody, definitely.
Did the officials take you on this tour to show you how humane the conditions are? What do you think was their motivation?
I think possibly. I think that's possibly one aspect of this. I think they're proud of Castro, and I think they wanted to show us what they're proud of because it does have a bad name. As we know, it's been said to be one of the worst prisons in the world, and also a State Department report of 2010 talked about that there are some inhumane conditions at Peru's prisons, so I think they wanted to show us otherwise. But we had full access. We saw a lot.
All right.
And I didn't think we were going to see as much as we did, Chuck.
Did you talk to him? Did your eyes meet, you and Joran van der Sloot?
You know, they were hustling him out of his cell area, and we shot it. We got the video. There wasn't a chance to yell a question to him. They told us that he didn't want to talk.
Right.
He just didn't want to.
All right.
But we sure do have him on video.
And I can't wait to see it, and we're going to show it to you as soon as it's fed in. Gene, great work, as always. Terrific job. Gene Casares live in Lima with a visit at the Castro prison, where Joran van der Sloot is a prisoner in isolation. Massive